Hey guys, welcome back. So, I had a pretty busy weekend. I've had long shifts at work, so I haven't been able to spend any time in here since quite early on Friday. I've been leaving before the lights turn on, and I've come home after the lights turn off. So today I'm free, and I want to spend it in here with you in the snake room and check out everything that's been going on in here during the weekend. So I figured let's start in here. I've been worried about the ferns, but honestly they look amazing. And look at that. That's a nice and healthy fern. So is the one in the back. And this one, which I've recently learned is called a rattlesnake plant, which is a cool name. It seems to have straightened out because this light bar up here, it didn't go all the way over. So it was kind of leaning toward the light. But it seems to have sort of straightened out, and honestly it seems like it's spreading out as well. But it's nice to see that everything is doing good in here. And although I actually love how this enclosure looks, I'm not sure she, the actual inhabitant in here, loves it. Because she is mostly just hiding in her little hide, which is fine. I mean, I do find her here sometimes. But I think it might be a bit too open for her. Like when she used to be in the corner enclosure, everything was much more like mushed together. So she was out and exploring a whole lot more in that enclosure. So even though I do like how everything looks in here, I think I have to remake everything, which, I mean, I can't do it right now. I have too many projects to do that, but I do have a few ideas how I want to do that, and of course I'm gonna keep the plants. But anyway, I'm gonna give her a proper misting today, which is something I don't do all the time, because these guys, although they are found in like jungles and stuff, they actually do have quite a wide type of habitat where they can be found. And if you look up Naja siamensis on Google, I'm gonna say you're not gonna find a whole lot of pictures of them in the jungle. Most of them are gonna be found on like a background of like pretty like dry grass, or forest, like not a jungly or rainforest type thing, but a forest floor. And I mean, they are quite often found near like villages and stuff in like Thailand and stuff, because human settlements attract rats, and rats attracts cobras. And yeah, on a side note, cobras attract king cobras, so that's why you find so many cobras and king cobras in people's homes. But anyway, that's beside the point. if you look up like a rural village in Thailand, it's kind of like maybe not jungle adjacent, but yeah, that's the best word I have for it right now. And it's quite like dry and dusty, like dirt roads that's quite heavily sandy. So they are found in various different habitats. So usually I just spray the plants, and that will keep the humidity up quite good, which is of course the benefit of keeping live plants in your enclosures. And yeah, I do have quite a few ideas actually that I want to implement. I had kind of the same ideas for the monocle, who used to live here. I still haven't cleaned out the last pieces. But anyway, I never got around to doing that with him, which is one of the reasons why I decided to get rid of him in the first place. Since people don't really seem to understand why I did it. But yeah, my heart was not in it enough, so well, I mean it was, but not at the same time. It's weird. Yeah, enough about that. I have plans, and that's all that matters for now. And speaking of plans and plants, the monsteras I put in here has, I mean, they're not fully back, but they have perked up quite a lot, so that's nice to see. And yeah, he's doing good. My little Vogels. Still no shed. So you might remember my New Year's video where I set this enclosure up, but that wasn't for this guy, it was for a different snake. And if you recall, I didn't hear from him the day he was supposed to come, but I did hear from him. And you know, there was a bunch of stuff that happened, so he couldn't come, but he will pass by with the snake quite soon. So yeah, that thing is still on. But yeah, did I feel a bit bitter at first? Yes, of course. Do I regret just putting him in here instead of like waiting? No, not at all. Because this is so much better, and it's taller, so it's so much easier to look into this enclosure, and it's easier to see him and all that. I mean, this is all around, it was a good upgrade. And I think he feels the same thing. He's been utilizing quite a lot of this enclosure. And this pothos seems to be his favorite spot. And yeah, speaking of that new snake, I mean, I am gonna fix this enclosure for him. I mean. I've been using this as like a plant nursery for like, I mean, I knew it was just gonna be for a little moment, but still. And if you recall, I did save this little guy, but it was all droopy and stuff, so I put this bamboo stick in, which I can safely remove, because it's looking a lot better. And of course this one that I'm gonna use for the behemoth in the living room. Maybe I might actually use this. I might actually use all these three for this enclosure. And yeah, I did buy this thing because it's awesome, and I just knew it would look good in an enclosure. So yeah, I'm gonna fix all of this up. But yeah, I suppose this will be the base of all the plants I'm gonna use. Might add something more. I might go grab one of those awesome ferns to put in here as well. We'll see, we'll see. But yeah, anyway, that's not why I'm here. It's because of these guys. They need a fresh new change of water, because this one, it's getting a bit rank, I guess, since I haven't changed it in a few days. Same goes with all the waters in this room, so that's what I'm gonna do. But let's just take a moment to look at these morons. They're so adorable. But yeah, I'm gonna change their water, all this water situations, and we'll see where we end up. So I'm almost done with the various water changes and mistings and whatever. I am gonna mist in here for the Chinese cobra, who's hanging out back there. And yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna get a few new things, mostly for the behemoth in the living room. I'm gonna get some lights and stuff for that, but I also will get a fair bit of substrate as well. So I'm gonna fix up that top corner enclosure for the Chinese cobra, as I've said for a while now. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I don't think I'll have the time, but I think I will do that either tomorrow, but most likely on Wednesday. And yeah, speaking of cobras, this little dude has shed finally. So yeah, I am gonna change his water and stuff. And he doesn't have anything like on his eye caps, and it appears to be a full tail as well, so that's good. None of the risky spots to have stuck shed. Like if there's a piece of stuck shed on the back, it's not gonna affect him or any snake very much. But if it's on the eye caps, it's not good. It affects their vision, and if it keeps happening, it can actually make them blind. And the tip of the tail, if that's left unattended, it can cut off circulation and potentially lose the tail. I said this before, I know, but for anyone who hasn't been watching all the episodes or whatever, it's good knowledge to have. So like if anyone who's perhaps new to reptiles or whatever, and they see that, there's a piece on the tail, but yeah, who cares? It does matter. And yeah, speaking of something completely different, I think I finally cracked the code on how I want to organize the snake room. Yeah, I'm very excited about that because I think I found out how to absolutely maximize the space in here, which when you have a limited space and you have a bunch of animals and want even more, it's something you really need to address before you have enclosures stacked in various formations. And I maybe realize that, I can have this animal now, but once it's an adult, I have no space for it. So planning. And speaking of planning, like I have the behemoth in the living room that I need to get done. I'm gonna fix, I'm gonna buy some stuff later this week to maybe not finish it, or almost finish it. Yeah, I actually think I will be almost done with it. at the end of the week, or maybe next week, depending on how much I want to go around to different places. But first and foremost, I need to get this one addressed, because I can't talk. The behemoth, the pressure on getting that done is all on me. I don't even have any animals coming. I've just been talking to people about it, but this one actually does have an animal coming to it. So I actually think I will pull out the puff adders and actually steal this wooden thing. I know I've been stealing stuff from a bunch of other enclosures, and yeah, I have to start replacing the stuff I've taken. But you know, projects. And also, I've finally found out what I want to do with the coral cobra and the copperhead regarding their living situations. I found a couple of new super sweet enclosures that I really want, and I think they would be amazing, especially for these two. So yet again, I plan, and I think all the money I'm gonna make this year is probably already gone. So that's good for the animals. Anyway, I still have to miss the Chinese cobra and pull out the spectacle cobra, so I will stop talking about my plans and actually do something. Yeah, I'm bringing you along on the misting journey just because it can be pretty exciting at times. Oh, it got exciting. But he's cool though. Yeah, take it easy, buddy. Take it easy. Crazy man. So I'm so sorry about this angle. It's for real the best I can do at the moment. I need to get some kind of like table with wheels or a cart or something, so I can actually do this a little bit better. Ooh. Come on, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, it's getting a bit more sketchy to use the baby hook for him. I have to realize that he's actually growing. So yeah, I'll use the other hook. But let's take a look at this shed, man. So we got, oh, it's kind of broken, but we do have at least one eye cap on here. Oh, fantastic angle, by the way. And yeah, full nice tail. Sweet. My boy is getting big. And yeah, let's just take a look at this mess of an enclosure. God, I hate this. I really want to upgrade him. Like this is just not right. But yeah, I'll change his water and stuff and look around, see if I can find some poop. And I'm gonna put some boring ass fake plants in here. But yeah, I'll see you in a sec. So I am done. And I have to say it looks a lot better. There's a lot more stuff to hide in, and I did also take this live plant and put it in here. And I was feeling so sorry for him. I mean, he is one of my favorite snakes, so I really want him to have like a lush living space. And I mean, he's got plenty of stuff to hide in, and although it's mostly just fake plants, I think it's gonna be pretty good for him. And I did also clean the glass because they have been so dirty, and yeah, I have to say it's a bit of an improvement, wouldn't you say? But yeah, he's been in there long enough, so I'm gonna set you back up and just gonna let him in. So again, with these angles, oops, sorry buddy. Oh, calm down buddy, calm down. But yeah, is this not an awesome snake? And let's just see what he will do. Look at the colors of him. Man, oh man. Yeah, I have a feeling that we won't see much more of him today, so guess it's locking up and moving on. That's on the agenda. But yeah, how cool is that guy? Like now, when he's just fresh out of shed and those golden colors are just popping. And that's why I did name him Goldwyn. That name also has a different meaning. It's based on Samuel Goldwyn. If you've watched movies, which I just gonna assume that you have, you might have seen like Metro Goldwyn Mayer. And Goldwyn, Samuel Goldwyn, he was a character. He had a lot of fun sayings. Like, I've only read them translated to Swedish, so I'm not sure how true they are, but one of them is like, hey, you better shut up when you're talking to me. Stuff like that, which is mildly fun. And I mean, Goldwyn is a pretty good name for a slightly golden cobra. I didn't want to name him or her like Goldie or something. Goldwyn, a lot better. Yeah, maybe we can see little Goldwyn hiding out in the corner. Yeah, love that snake. So what am I gonna do now? Maybe I should pull out the puff adders. I need to refill their water either way, but I think I'm actually gonna wait. I have a few other pieces of wood. Like I have some vine wood, like these guys, that I might try out before I start tempering with the puff adder enclosure. But one thing that I do have is a meal for the copperhead. Since I switched up the size, his feeding schedule is a little bit out of whack with the rest, but we'll get that dialed in. But yeah, I'm just gonna go make sure that it's thawed out properly. So I tried to fit in the wood things into this enclosure, but it did not work. So I am gonna pull the puff adders anyway. So I better go find myself a hook. There we go. And of course, we're gonna soak them, since that's what we tend to do. And let's see, will he bite the hook? No, not today. Oh, good boy, good boy. Oh, I know. The water might feel a bit strange at first. Well, you should be used to this, buddy. So that went super easy, meaning this probably won't. Sorry, honey. Oh, but yeah. Look at this beautiful animal. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to slam your face into the water, but oh. So let's see. Oh, he wants to get out. I do catch him drink every now and then when I soak him, which is kind of the whole point of doing this. Ugh. But yeah, I'm gonna pull stuff out, look for poop, fix their water and stuff, and I'll see you in a little bit. So I am done sort of with the new enclosure, which turned out a little bit something like this. Turned out I have to use both this wooden structure and the vine wood, and I didn't even fill up all the space. I probably could have, but I kind of wanted this to be shown. I think it'll be fine either way. I have some space back there for another plant that I kind of have to go by. And this tiny little pothos is a bit hidden. But yeah, anyway, this is kind of how it turned out. Got a little ledge up there, climb on, and yeah, I did attach some of these pieces with silicone. I figured a little bit of stability never hurts. So I did 3 places, I think, and smashed some of the substrate into it. I hope it will hold up all right, because honestly this might look very simple, and to be honest, not super good. Like, nothing about this looks natural. But it will get the job done, and maybe if I put some more plants in here, it will even out the look a little bit. But unfortunately, that means that the puff adder enclosure looks rather dull. And I don't have any pieces of wood that would fit into that enclosure. I mean, I could go outside and pick something, but it's gonna be a bit tricky to find good pieces of wood. I love the snow, I do. But if you're gonna pick materials from outside, it's not ideal. But anyway, I've also made a total mess on the floor, since this does contain a lot of water in all the crevices. But yeah, I'll deal with that in a minute. I didn't fill up the water. But these guys are, damn that sound. These guys are ready to go back. And I mean, they're pretty sluggish and non-active snakes as it is, so I'm not gonna stress out regarding how it looks, although I obviously want to fix that at some point. Yeah, let's see if we can get Mr. Puff Adder back home. Sorry, buddy, it looks a bit dull. Yeah, I know. Where's all the stuff? But yeah, he will go explore. He tends to do a little lap when I put him back in before he goes back to his normal place in that thing. Oh, come on, honey. Yeah, you're going back. She might explore a little bit, but she is more inclined to go back into hiding right away. See, the male is creeping in the back. Yeah, whenever I do this, it's kind of like the most I ever see of these guys. I mean, the male, you kind of always see his head and stuff, but see him like crawl around. And her, that's the most hidden snake in the world. I never see her out. But yeah, I'm gonna let them try to figure out where all the stuff went. And yeah, I'll fix that soon. And we're gonna go feed the copperhead, and then I have to clean up in here. It looks awful. So I have a feeling that he might be hungry. He showed a lot of interest when I was in there changing his water. But we'll see. I know exactly how this will go. He will strike and let go and take 3 hours before he finds it again. Part 1. And I'm not gonna show you part 2 because we've seen him eat a lot of time before. And maybe I'll show some full eating soon enough, but I'm not gonna do that today. Let's see. Yeah, she's hiding out. So does this guy. So the glass might be clean, but the condensation is still a thing. Quite obviously. Oh, look at that. She's on this side of the enclosure. That is wild. I think that's the first time since I ever got these. Well, got these into this enclosure, I should say. And the male is cruising around. Yeah, this is actually awesome. And I love seeing her. I rarely get to see her like this, but she is awesome. I'm still figuring out if she's going through shed or not, because some of the colors doesn't seem to be there. And yeah, that's a shame, you know, because when she's out, it would be nice if she would look her absolute best, but still happy seeing her cruise around. That's awesome. Right, buddy? He doesn't do much, right? No matter, I love him either way. And yeah, I'm actually done for today. I think I have deserved it because I spent a lot of time in here. It's been awesome. I've been waiting all weekend to get in here, film a little bit, talk to you guys, hang out with the snakes. It's always great fun. And I have a feeling it won't be long until I see you guys again. Like I said, I'm gonna do stuff, you know, with the Chinese cobra, and yeah, I am gonna start doing stuff with the behemoth, but we'll see how much of that I'll actually show, because I don't think it will be a lot of fun. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll film the whole process of getting that all done and put that in its own separate video. Might be a long video. Like, not that I'm a stranger to making long videos these days. And it might be a while until that video gets done, which I guess it's fine, but you know, I like to share what's happening. And like, although I do have a few secrets, like the snake that I'm getting, yeah, you're gonna see that when I get it. I'm not gonna tell you. So a few of those secrets are kind of fun to keep. And yeah, I have a feeling that it's gonna be fun to fix up the behemoth. But anyway, that's a story for another day. The story for this day is over. So thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and of course go check out my brother at West Bay Reptiles. Details in the description down below as usual. And I hope I'll see you on the next one.